Hi everybody, this is Andy Bajarski with Bajarski Real Estate, and in this video I want to talk to you about getting a good desktop computer. You want to get a good desktop to computer. Don't rely on a tablet, don't rely on a laptop, and don't rely on your phone. Those are all very, very good, but for your business, for what you're going to be doing, this is a paper business. So you need a good, reliable, strong computer that's a desktop, and you need to have your own space in your home, which we'll talk about in another video, where that desktop needs to be. So please invest in a very good desktop computer and monitor. It will help you. You're going to have a lot of important applications on that desktop that you're going to rely upon that will help you with your business that really can't be on your other devices like your tablet. So anyway, this is just a generic picture of what I would recommend. Make sure that the actual screen is a large screen. You want the big, not too big, but at least 33 inches, diagonal. They measure these by where they are diagonally. I would say this to be at least 33 inches in length is adequate. And I'll go into the specs of the actual desktop that you want. You can always contact me and I can give you more specific specs if you're ready to buy. But certainly you want something like this. You want it to be on your desk in your home so that you can, this is like your main computer, your main hub where everything else flows from that, like your other devices. So certainly have this in place in your home office. So let's scroll down and see if I've kind of missed anything. So tablets, laptops and phones are good, but get a desktop. It will really help you with your business. You're in a paper business and you're going to get emails. You're going to get a lot of documents sent to you and attachments, and you need to organize all of this stuff. And if you have a nice big screen to see it, it will help you. You have to review documents. The bigger the screen, the better. So I would recommend that. Get a desktop. As I mentioned, this is your main office computer that you need to have to be successful. The monitor should be 32 inches. I don't know if I said 33, but 32 inches. Make sure you have 1080 resolution with an HDMI connector, and make sure that the monitor has speakers. The 1080 is the quality of the picture that you're going to see on your monitor. If you have low resolution, then the quality will be very, very bad. The reason you want a 1080 resolution is because you're dealing in documents. Documents are typically small print, so you want to be able to read the document. And the bigger the screen, the bigger the pixels might affect how that picture shows up on the screen. So monitors are pretty cheap. You can get a 33-inch monitor now for about $200 that has 1080p resolution on it. And the HDMI, what that means, I don't know what that stands for, but it's the resolution that is the highest. So there's a connector, HDMI connector on the back somewhere on this that will hook up to a cord that will go all the way around to the back of the motherboard of your desktop, and that HDMI connector should be there. So they have to be in sync. So when you get your desktop, make sure there's an HDMI connector there, and when you get your monitor, make sure there's an HDMI connector there as well, and then you just need the cord that pops right in and you're good to go. Also make sure that the speaker or that the monitor you get has speakers. Most of them do. That way you have sound. They're typically like right at the front here somewhere, so you don't need to buy your own separate speakers, which used to be the case years ago. So most monitors have speakers within them. So let's go back here, HDMI and speakers. Now on your desktop, you should have memory of at least 16 gigabytes of RAM. That's kind of important. The RAM is the memory that is used by the computer to pull up documents on the screen. You don't, the higher the number of gigabytes, the quicker your documents will appear once you pull them up. So definitely 16 is the minimum. Also, you need to have an internal hard drive with at least 500 megabytes of space. I don't know if it's megabytes or gigabytes. I don't know which one is bigger. I think it's gigabytes, so this might be a typo. But 500 gigabytes or megabytes, I'll check on that because that's the space that has an internal hard drive. That's where all your applications are going to go to, like Microsoft Office and anything else that you have, that you download, that you need to run your business. So you want to make sure there's adequate space on your internal hard drive to be able to install these applications onto. Also, the processor should be an Intel processor, and it should be an i5 processor or higher. The processor is also very important. It's the thing that tells you how good and how quickly your computer is going to run. The higher number of the processor, i5, i7s, the better your system is going to run. So make sure you have an i5 or higher. You don't need a separate video card because the motherboard has its own graphics chip in it already that is suitable for your needs. You typically get a different video card if you were a gamer and you needed something faster to run, but you're in the business, so this all desktops have a motherboard, and all motherboards have a video card already in them. It's only the gamers like my son that adds different video cards to make the system work better. So you don't need a separate video card. So just whatever is there should be adequate. Also, make sure you have Windows 10 as your operating system, and that is it has to be a 64-bit operating system. They also make them in 32-bit, but 64-bit is really where everything is at. It runs faster, it's cleaner, and you'll really enjoy your system. Also, I would suggest that you get a camera and microphone installed as well. You can buy these are pretty cheap. Sometimes you might have a Skype application. You might want to talk to a client through Skype, or maybe even some friends or relatives, and they might want to see you. So a camera and microphone is also very, very highly recommended. That's how I'm making this video. Also, make sure there's a Wi-Fi card within this desktop. Wi-Fi allows you to access the internet if there's not an actual Wi-Fi connection within the motherboard. So and you're not hardwired into your system through an Ethernet cable. So most systems, most desktops have a Wi-Fi within them. And then, as mentioned earlier, make sure that the motherboard has an HDMI outlet accessible at the back of the computer. So again, there's going to be an outlet HDMI there. There's an outlet of HDMI somewhere here, and then you just need an HDMI cord, run it around, plug one area here, plug one in there, and the two are talking and in sync with each other. So you really do need to have a desktop, in my opinion, to be functional, effective, and successful in this business. And I would recommend a big screen, 33 inches or bigger. If you have a laptop and you've been using it and you feel that that supports your needs, so be it. At a minimum, have a laptop. Do not run your business with some sort of a tablet. That's not going to work, let alone a phone, because you need to print stuff. You're going to need a printer, a scanner. That's a different video. But this whole system, this will complete your office, and this will allow you to be successful. The last thing you want to do is scramble on how to scan a document or how to send it out, when your client needs something. So be prepared, have everything in place that you need to, and when the clients come, these things won't be an issue for you. So get that in place. If you need more specs, or if you have more questions on what really you should get and pricing and all that, connect with me, and I will certainly help you research computers and help set you up so that you can be on your way and being more successful. So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and it's off to the next one. Bye-bye.